Let's go to page 356 and start with number 1. Okay, you want to list the possibility for the nature of the roots of each equation. You have an x to the 4 minus x to the 3 plus x to the 2 minus x plus 1 equal to 0. So this one, this is a fourth power, so this tells you that there are 4 answers. Okay, and then you make the table for possibilities. So you have positive answers, negative answers, and imaginary answers. And you check the number of times it changed signs. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to get 4 positive answers. Okay. Now, because there are a total of 4 answers, and if you have 4 positive answers, then you're going to get 0 and 0, right? Because you're going to get total of 4 answers. Okay. And from here, right away you can see that you're not going to have any negative answers. Okay. If you don't see that, you can check. Okay. So if you change the x into negative x, that's how you find out the maximum number of negative answers you're going to get. So this becomes x to the 4, and this is minus become plus, and the negative squared become plus. This becomes plus. Okay, so you didn't change any sign at all, so it match, right? So so this is your maximum. So this is your max you can have. Okay. So after you find out your maximum positive answers, maximum number of negative answers, then you can figure out other possibilities. Okay. So and you have to go down by 2s because there's no imaginary coefficient over here. So in order to cancel out the I, this has to increase by 2s. Okay. So if you have 2 over here, for example, okay, this one cannot go up because 0 is your maximum. So you have to say 0. So you have 2 over here, then you're going to get 2 over here, right? So there's another possibilities. Okay. So again, your maximum is 4 positive answers, but you can have lower than that because you can have 2 positive and 2 imaginary answers. Okay. Again, this cannot be odd numbers because you have to have a conjugate to cancel out the I. Okay. Okay, the next possibility will be 0, 0, 4. Right? You can have 0 positive, 0 negative, and all 4 answers are imaginary. Okay, so again, this tells you, so this is your answer for number 1. Okay, so let's go to number 3. You have x to the 4 minus 6, x to the 2 minus 8 equal to 0. Okay, so again, there will be total 4 answers, and you can do the, so positive to negative, yes, the check out. This one, no. Okay. So after that, so you're going to get 1. So you're going to get 1 positive answers maximum. Okay. Now you go and check the negative. So you got negative x to the 4 minus 6 times negative x to the 2 minus 8 equal to 0. Then you work it out. So this becomes negative to the 4 times positive. Okay, negative to the square is positive times negative give you negative. Okay. So from here, this one checks, this one no. So you're going to get 1. So you're going to get maximum of 1 negative. Okay, now there are total of 4 answers, right? From here, there are total of 4 answers. So if you get 1 positive, 1 negative, you're going to get 2 to get total of 4. Okay, so again, this is your max. Okay. Now there's no max for imaginary answer. Imaginary answer, there's no max. It can, well, the max is that. So there's no limit on that. So you can go up or down. Okay. So from here, and that's it. Okay. Because remember, this has to go down by 2s, right? Okay. So there's no other possibilities. So this one, that's only 1 combination. So 4 answers, one is going to be positive, 1 is going to be negative, 2 of them are going to be imaginary. Okay. So again, 4 answers, 1 positive answer, 1 negative answer, 2 imaginary answers. Okay. So again, this has to go down by 2s. number 5. You got x to the 5 minus 6x squared plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so make your table. Positive answer, negative answer, imaginary answers. Okay, so this one, check. This one, check. This one, check. So you're going to get maximum of 3 positive answers. Okay. Okay, now let's do the negative. So this is going to stay. This is going to become negative x to the 5. Negative square is positive times negative is negative. And this one will be minus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so this one does not change, does not change, does not change. So you're going to get 0 negative, right? It doesn't change at all. So there is no negative answers. Okay, so now you got 3 positive and there are total 5, so that means you're going to get 2 imaginary answers. So from here, again, this is your max. Okay, that's a max you can have. Okay, now if 3 is max, then there are other possibilities. You can have 1, 0, 4, right? You can have, again, you have to go down by 2s. Okay, so because 2 of the positive answer can be, can become, like imaginary answers. Okay, so other possibility would be other possibility, 1 positive, no negative, and 4 imaginary. Okay, and so that's answer for number 5. Okay, number 7, yeah, x to the 5 minus x to the 3 plus 2x to the 2 plus x plus 3 equal to 0. So from here to here, so this one, check, check, no, no, that's it. Okay. Okay, so again, there will be 5 answers. From here, you're going to get maximum of 2 positive answers. Okay, now let's go and do the negative. Okay, so you're going to get negative x to the 5 plus x to the 3, right? Negative to 3 power is negative times negative, right? This one is negative square is positive, so stay the same. And this would be minus x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay, so check the change of the sign. So this one, yes. This one, no. Yes. No. And let me see, double check. Oh, this is a plus, so check. Okay, so you line things up, so if you make a mistake, easy to catch. So there are 3 of them, so there will be 3 negative answers. Okay, so there will be 5 answers, so you got maximum of 2 positive, maximum of 3 negative, so you're going to get 0 over here. Okay, so that's what you start out with. Again, this is your maximum. That's your max. Okay, so you can go down. So for example, you can have 0, 3, 2. Right? Again, you have to go down by pair because there's no I, there's no imaginary. So in order to cancel the imaginary, you got to have a conjugate pairs. Okay, so this always have to be even. Okay, because this go up by 2, so this have to go down by 2. So that's one possibility. Another possibility is you can have 2. So first you let this go down, then let this go down, so it'll be 2, 1, 2. Okay, then after that you let both go down. Okay. So again, you can decrease this first, okay? Then you decrease this one, keep this one the same. Then you decrease both. So you can have 0, 1, 4. Okay? And so these are your possibilities. So you can have 2 positive answers, 3 negative, and no imaginary. Or you can have all these possibilities. So in this case, there are 4 different possibilities for the type of answers that you're going to have. Okay, let's go to number 9. Okay, you got x to the cube minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 6 equal to 0. And you have a R1 equal to 3, R2, always put an I in the back. The I always go to the back. And so you're looking for R3. Okay? Okay, so again, this is a cube equation. You need to have 3 answers. So you already have 2, so you're looking for the third one. Okay? Now, notice there's an I and a square root. There's no I or square root. So when you multiply out, the only way you can cancel is you're going to get is to have a conjugate. So conjugate will be negative square root of 2i, and that's it. That's your answer. Okay. So again, this will give you 3 answers. They give you 2 already. So to find a third one, all you need to do is find a conjugate. Because there's no I, so in order to cancel out the square root and the I, you need to have a conjugate. So when you multiply, the square root will cancel out, so normal square root. The I will cancel out, so normal I. Okay, number 11, you have x to the 3 plus x plus 10 equal to 0. And you have R1 equal to negative 2, R2 equal to 1 plus 2i. Okay, and you're looking for R3 because again, this is the cube equation, so that means you're going to get 3 answers. So you got 1, 2, so you're looking for third answers. Again, notice there's an I, but there's no I. So in order to cancel out the I, you need to get conjugate. So you get 1 minus 2i, and that's your answer. Okay, number 13. So number 13, they give you the 2 of the answers, and then you're looking for the equation. So you're looking for cube equation. That means you're going to get 3 roots. So I'm going to do this way. I'm going to put R1 equal to 2 plus I. Okay. Now it tells you that the coefficient are real coefficient, means no imaginary. So if there's an I, you know that the other root had to be a conjugate. Okay. So again, if you have plus I, you got to have the conjugate right away. Okay. And the R3 is equal to 3. So it doesn't matter which is R1, R2, R3. But the reason I'm doing these is so that I can use the root equation from the previous chapter. Right? So you got x squared minus R1 plus R2, x plus R1 times R2 equal to 0. Right? So this is your depressed equation, right, from the previous lessons. Okay. So by using this R1, R2, you can substitute. Now you have to be flexible with your subscript 1, 2, 3, right? Again, these are just dummy subscripts. So you can use 1, 2, or you can use 2, 3, or whatever, right? As long as they are matching. So you substitute this in here. Okay, again, get your template ready. Always get your template before you fill in the blanks. Okay, so here you have to add. So when you add, just go and add these, right? So you add the real number with the real number. Then you add imaginary number with the imaginary number. Again, notice it cancel out. Now you see why you need to get conjugate so that you will cancel out. See, no more I. Okay, and the next you have to multiply. Okay, again, when you multiply conjugate, you just multiply the corresponding numbers. So 2 times 2 is 4. Again, make a good use of your fingers. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. Plus times minus is minus. I times I is minus 1. I times I is I squared, means it's negative 1, so it becomes plus 1. Okay, so from these 2 roots, you get x squared minus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, from this part, you're going to get x minus 3 equal to 0. Right, from this part, you're going to get that. So this, you get that. From this 2, you get that. So now you multiply this together to get your final equation. So your final equation would be x minus 3 times x cubed minus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. Then you can go and distribute and multiply out x squared. So multiply, you're going to get x cubed minus 4x squared plus 5x. Okay, and then you're going to minus 3x squared plus 12x minus 15. Okay, equal to 0. Okay, notice I kind of line up the column already. I kind of combining the horizontal and vertical method. So I get x cubed minus 7x squared plus 17x minus 15 equal to 0. Okay, and that's my answer. Okay, so that's my cube equation. Okay. Now another method is a little bit complicated. It's harder to do. Is use the cube equation right away, but it's easier just go and use your square the square equation to get these and then do a multiplying. Okay, let's go to number 15. Okay, number 15, again, you're looking for the cube equation. So I'm going to let R1 equal to 2i and R2, right away you have to get conjugate, right? So minus 2i, and R3 equal to negative 2, okay? So you can get this from here, right? Because there's no imaginary coefficients, right? Okay, so again, write down your root equation. So I'm using this, so I get x squared minus, again, get your template first, okay? Get your template ready before you start to fill in the blanks. So now let's go and do this. So R1 plus R2, they cancel out, so it's 0. When you multiply, again, you multiply, the sign is going to be negative, the number is going to be 4, and the I times I is negative 1, so this becomes plus 1. Okay, so it becomes plus 4. Okay. Okay, so now, so from this 2 over here, you're going to get x squared plus 4 equal to 0. From this right over here, you're going to get x plus 2 equal to 0. Right? Again, if you solve, right, you're going to get that. Right? You just have to. It's x minus negative 2 equal to 0. Right? And that's how I get that. So once I get this from this 2, I get this from this 2, I just need to multiply, put them together. So I get x squared plus 4 times x plus 2 equal to 0. Again, these are just factors of the original equation. Okay, so multiply this. So you're going to get x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x plus 8 equal to 0, and that's it. Again, make a good use of your fingers. It will help you to cut down careless mistakes. Okay, let's go to number 17. Okay, so 17 is the same thing, except now it's a 4th degree. Okay, so you got R1 equal to I. So right away, conjugate, right? R2 is going to be negative I. Then I got R3 equal to 1 plus I. So right away, your conjugate would be, your 4th root would be 1 minus I. So you can get all your roots together. Now, so you have to do the same thing twice. So again, write down your root equation. Okay. So substitute this into here. So I get x squared minus, again, get your template ready before you fill in the blanks. Okay, so go and add. Well, I plus negative I give you 0. I times negative I, so it's going to be negative I squared. I times I is negative 1, so it becomes plus 1. Okay, so it becomes positive 1. So you're going to get x squared plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so this will give you that. Now you're going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so again, remember what I said about be flexible with your roots, right? So you're going to get x squared minus R3 plus R4 plus R3 times R4. Okay, again, one is sum, one is a product. Okay, so you substitute, right? X over here. Again, always get your template ready before you start to fill in the blanks. Okay, so now let's go and add these two together. So when you add, okay, again, add the real number with the real number, so that's 2. Okay, and then plus I minus I cancel out, so that's all you got. Okay, now when you multiply, okay, again, multiply by this is a conjugate, so when you multiply, you do the multiplying the corresponding numbers. So 1 times 1 is 1, plus times minus is minus, I times I is negative 1, so this becomes plus 1. So from these, you're going to get x squared minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so this is from this 2, this is from that. So now you're going to combine them together. So you're going to get x squared plus 1 times x squared minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, and then after that, you're just going to distribute. So you're going to get x to the 4 minus 2x to the 3 plus 2x squared. Okay, so we're done with this one. Now multiply this one. So this one will be plus x squared minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay? And so you're going to get x to the 4 minus 2x to the 3 plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, and so that's it for number 17. Okay, let's do number 19. Okay, number 19, you have to solve for equations. Okay, so for answers, solve the equation with. Okay, so 356. Okay, so number 19, you got x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3x minus 12 equal to 0. And you got R1 equal to square root of 3i. Always put an I in the back. Okay, and you're going to get R2 again because there's no I and there's no square root. So the only way to eliminate, to cancel it out is you get a conjugate. Okay. And now you have to look for R3 now, okay, because this is a cube, so you're looking for R3, okay. Now, if you are two roots, that's the easier thing to just go and use a cube root equation, right? You got x cubed minus, remember, R1 plus R2 plus R3, x to the square, plus something you don't really care, okay, at this point. So plus minus something, your R1, R2, R3, right? So easier thing to use this one over here. This is the best clue you can see. So you can by matching, okay. Again, watch this. Make sure everything's all matched, right? X cubed match with x cubed. So this is already matched. So this will match with the 4. So R1 plus R2 plus R3 will equal to 4. Okay. Now you can do this matching also, but this is harder to do. This is more messy. Okay. This is the best one to use. Okay. Then after that you substitute in here, right? Well, R1 plus R2 is going to equal to 0 because they're conjugate and they cancel out. Okay, so this is going to give you 0. Okay, so right away from here you can see R3 equal to 4. Okay, so equal to 4 and that's it. Okay, let's do 21. 21 you got x to the 4 plus 2x to the 3 minus 2x2 plus 8 equal to 0. And you have a R1 equal to 1 minus I. Okay, so this is the fourth power, so you're going to get 4 answers. So you got 1 already, so you got 3 more to go. So you got R2. Right away, from here you can see that you need to get conjugate. Okay, so R3 you don't know, R4 you don't know. Now this one, you also can use this technique, but this one probably not going to give you too much advantage. Because this one, you have to get 2 equations, you have to solve simultaneously. So probably just go ahead and use the square equation, and because what happens is that this can factor into 2 parts. Okay, so this can factor into 2 parts. So you can use these to find out the first part. Okay, and once you find out this part, you divide to find the second part. And once you find the second part, you can solve that. Okay. So that's going to figure out this part first. And this part, you can use that technique, right? So x squared minus R1 plus R2 x plus R1 times R2 equal to 0, right? So I'm going to use this one over here. So x squared minus, again, get your template ready before you fill in. So R1 plus R2, so when you add, okay, this part is going to cancel out. Okay, so R1 plus R2 will give you 2. Now, multiplying R1 times R2, when you multiply, you can use your fingers, right? So just multiply the corresponding numbers. So 1 times 1 give you 1, minus times plus give you minus, I times I is negative 1, so it becomes plus 1. So from this right over here, you're going to get x squared minus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so from these, you get that, and this is your first part. Again, because this is factorable, this can factor into 2 parts. Okay, and once you factor into 2 parts, you set this equal to 0, you solve, right? So this is this. Okay. Okay, so from here, from this we get these. Okay, from these 2 answers, we get the first half of the your polynomial. Okay, now to get these, okay, we can divide, right? Because when you factor, you're dividing. So you have to use a long division to divide. So you got x to the 4 plus 2x to the 3 minus 2x squared, and there's a missing term, so leave a space. Okay. And over here you're going to get x squared minus 2x plus 2. And because this is a factor, means you have to divide, it would be no remainder. Okay? If there's a remainder, means you're doing something wrong. Okay, so that's multiply, so x squared. So multiply, you get x to the 4 minus 2x squared, 2x cubed, plus 2x squared, put in parentheses, subtract. So 2 minus negative 2 will give you 4. Negative 2 minus 2 will give you negative 4. And you drop the next term. In this case, we plus 0x. Okay? So from here, you're going to get 4x. This always go down in order. Okay, always. So if you have x squared, then you're going to have an x after that. So it would be 4x3 minus ax squared plus ax. Draw the line. Subtract. So negative 4 minus negative 8 will give you positive 4. 0 minus 8 will give you negative 8. And you drop the next one. And so from here, you need to get plus 4. Okay, so you're going to get 4x squared minus ax plus 8. Right? So again, there will be no remainder. Okay, cannot have a remainder. So from here, from this, we know that the second one is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Okay, so from this, you set equal to 0, you solve, you get that, right? Okay, now to get this 2, we have to set this equal to 0. So x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. Okay? And it just happened that this is a perfect square. This is equal to x plus 2 squared equal to 0. This is a perfect square. So take the square root. You're going to get x plus 2 equal to 0. Minus 2 minus 2. You got x equal to negative 2. Okay? Now because this is a perfect square, so this is a double root. Okay, this is a double root, means that two are the same. So that means R3 equal to negative 2, R4 equal to negative 2.